The Notaries Unsealed podcast is brought to you by the Notary Success System and Captivated Notary Marketing Solutions. Coming up on this episode.
There's still going to be people who are going to be trying to cut corners and do stuff wrong. And they're going to still be out there pissing people off.
You know what? We already have the mobile setup. Just imagine if I get the capital to have a band mobile setup. You got it done.
Me personally, if I'm still doing that, then I have messed up somewhere along the line.
Real smooth this time. We know Notaries Unsealed. This my everyday life. Yeah. We know Notaries Unsealed. Every day I hustle out here living it right. Let's go. We know Notaries Unsealed. Put the stamp down and stop in front of the mic. Here we go. Took the game over. We home now. We soldiers. Griff, Mathurin and Q, the podcast. You can't hold us. Y'all heard the word. Y'all heard the word. Griff, Mathurin and Q. Yeah, we on the verse.
Welcome back to another episode of Notaries Unsealed. I'm your host, Quentin Smith, and my co-host, Griff. Mathurin, what's going on, guys? It's been a long week. How my fellas doing, man?
Doing good, man. Just a little worn out from them 6 signings I did in one day, but other than that,
6 signings on the grind.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Griff be notarizing, man. He was the inspiration to my song.
Yeah, man. So yeah, overall doing good. I think I did probably about 10 to 12 this week, something like that.
Nice.
But I was busy, man. I was real busy.
That is wonderful to hear. It's a lot of hope for you notaries out there that are going through a slow period. Griff is showing you. He's putting it on Instagram. He's putting it on YouTube. There's work out there. Don't lose hope, right?
Absolutely.
Mathurin, what up, man?
Man, everything's going well, man. Just one of those weeks, staying focused, making sure, we are, staying on the grind, as far as, getting some general notary work done. So unlike Griff, I'm not getting all this signing my way this week. So it is what it is.
Hey, I hear you.
We got to go through those cycles. That's what we've been telling folks. Just go through the cycle and you will get through it. Beside that, I'm just here having a good time, with the fellas, and it's another day.
Doing this just another day stuff, man.
That's all it is, man. You can only take it one day at a time.
Another day.
No, I hear you on that
That's
one.
another day.
I hear you on that. Yeah, my week, the beginning of my week was slow, and then the end of the week really picked up for me. General notary work. I think on Friday I got hit with 4 appointments. As soon as my business hours started, my phone started ringing. Which is awesome because I definitely needed that. So I'm really excited about that. I had a couple of appointments today as well. And outside of that, I've been captivating and notarizing. That's what I do. So Captivated's kept me busy. Got a couple websites to build. I got a couple new customers coming in. Hooking people up, getting them captivated. It's Captivated, baby.
That's it.
Shout out to all my Captivated clients and family. So we appreciate you. I appreciate you.
So are you rolling out any new merchandise, any new shirts, anything?
No new shirts right now. So here's what the plan. This is what's going on, right? YouTube is coming. I've been doing a lot of research, making sure that I launch this thing off the right way. I know they say that with YouTube, just get started. I've been talking to Griff about it, but you want to know something? Like I just finished saying, it's Captivated, baby. I got to be captivating. So when I roll this thing out, I got to make sure I roll it out right. And in part of that rollout, a lot of folks, I've seen a lot of traffic on the t-shirt site, CaptivatedNotaryStore.com. Check it out. I've seen some traffic on there. However, I'm thinking that with YouTube coming, before I start creating more, I've got almost 74 designs on there. Yes, 74 designs, all colors and sizes. It's up to 5X2. Anyway.
Damn.
I'm gonna start wearing those, get the shirts on screen so that way people can start seeing them, start seeing the quality. A lot of times when it comes to products and stuff that people are offering, you don't really get to see those products. They just say that they're offering them.
Yeah.
And on Instagram, I'm thankful you, Mathurin, Griff, Gannon, a couple other people out there, Samantha Smith, gave me some shout outs because they order shirts from me. So I really do appreciate that. But just trying to build the platform so people are more aware of it. And then once more people start to see what's available to them and, start to catch on a little bit more, because it is catching on, sales are coming in. But I just want to get in front of more people and have more people see what it actually looks like on, a body. Then I'll start coming up with some new stuff, man.
Yeah, it's all that right there sounds like the perfect plan. And you know what? I believe when I received the shirts that I got from you, I sent you some pictures as well. So if you want to put those out there, so they see that you do have, materials in the bigger size, because I'm a bigger guy. So, and those shirts are comfortable. So there's no need for you to worry out there. Shirts can't be too tight. It's great material. It's just amazing.
That cotton's soft. The cotton's so soft on them, man.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I told y'all I got one 5X so I could sleep in at night. I think it's nice.
And they hold up in the wash too. That's another thing. They hold up in the wash. They don't lose quality when you wash them. Great shirts. Check them out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys asking about that. So what we're going to talk about today, this is going to be a fun conversation. All right. We have to be open and honest, unfiltered, because that's why we're unsealed. Okay. We got to be honest. All right. Are you going to be a notary in 10 years?
Damn. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Right. That's a really good question. And we actually, let's give the audience a little bit of insight on this. Probably 4 minutes before we press record, we thought about this question and said, okay, fine, let's run with it. We're going to go. So this has not been thought about. We haven't thought about this question at all. Yeah. It was just like, as you heard Mathurin, in his explicitives, Mathurin, it was one of those things that just kind of hit us. And we said, okay, fine, let's roll with it. So that's what we're going to do. And because I'm the host, I don't have to go first. I'm going to put Mr. Griff, Uncle Griff, everybody's favorite uncle. We're going to put him on blast first. Griff, in 10 years, where we at?
Oh, my goodness. In 10 years, I can see me still doing this. I'm 55 now, so you're talking about 65. I will still be a notary. I will still be a notary. Probably doing more training than anything. And I might be even running a signing company, but I will still be doing notarial work because it's out there to do. And primarily because, let's be real, as much information out there that there is out there now about doing things right, there's still going to be people who are going to be trying to cut corners and do stuff wrong. And they're going to still be out there pissing people off to the point where they don't want to have any notaries. And guess what? I'm going to step up and be like, you can rely on me. So I can see myself still being available to the people, especially if I've established some good relationships and then it gets passed down to the next person. Yeah, I could see myself being out here in 10 years doing the notary work. And then what's crazy is I know there's some people, they will look down on continuing to do the notarial part with their stamp and think they have to be doing the other part, like running a signing company and all that. Right. And that's why I said that I'll put it this way. If I was to run anything, I would rather have a title company.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I would rather have a title company is because everybody's talking about being direct and getting notaries more money. Well, the signing companies, y'all know the truth. They take a good little portion. So in my mind, if I care about the notaries, not saying that the signing companies don't, but I'm just saying for me, if I'm caring about the notaries and I recognize that they want to make money, how can I help them make more money? Be a title company. Absolutely. Yes, it's greater responsibility, but I mean, if I'm in a position to pay them $200 a pop, and that's what they said they want, and then they're going to do the job right. Okay, let's test this bad boy out and let's see what happens. I'm a title company, Griffin, Tyler, and Escrow. Yep. I hire you.
Whoa, Griff, hold on a second. Griff.
What?
Griff.
What?
You're making way too much sense right now. Okay.
We gotta tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. I mean, people talking about you need to be direct. That's where the money is at. But then them same folk go and start signing companies. And then they're sitting up here scrambling for new notaries and then wondering why the notaries don't want. But the signing companies these people starting, and I mean, this just truth of the matter, and I get it, and I do understand it, and I do work for them, but they not paying $200.
No, they're not.
So
they're not even paying $150.
Right. So then the question then becomes, how do I pay $150, $200? To me, the only way to do that is the title company, because that's where they said working directly with the title. So how about this? I start a title company. Yes, there's more responsibility, more money to be paid out. But if I can do good with that, I'm paying these folk what they deserve.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely levels to this, and people have to kind of decide, how far on the ladder do they want to climb, and do you want to change ladders and climb up a little bit further? I think that a lot of folks say that the money is in going direct because they're only looking but so far ahead in in the scale of what this business is and the model that we're following and the larger machine that we're a part of, and I kind of feel like that gets emphasized a lot because we're not looking past the lower level of this entire process.
No, not at all, because that's what they were taught. If you really think about it, majority of the notaries that we have now, majority of them started during the pandemic. So they have not really taken the time to really sit down and come up with a true business plan, to even look into the future. Most of them are not looking. They're not even looking as far as into a year. They're just going by the day. And, just like, Griff is saying, if you gonna make that top dollar, there's a certain level of risk and chances that you have to take. So if you were to open that title company, that's a greater risk than somebody that's playing a notary part and trying to run a signing company at the same time. But you know what? You have to think about the long run. What do you want to do?
There's a lot of liability there.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then here's the thing with the signing companies: if you cut the fool and you still and you take the money and don't pay the notaries, you can just shut down and just pop up another one. But if you're a title company, that's not so easy to do because you're really affecting a lot of people's lives when you have a title company, because it's you and all of your employees and everything. And then you go and mess something up, and it's also too much risk or temptation to steal the money that's in escrow.
Yep.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, boy.
The way I see it is like there's nothing wrong with having a small business, right? There's nothing wrong with reaching the top level of doing, signing work, right? And for some, that is working direct. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. For me, in the way that I view this, and it may be wrong, and these are only my words, this has nothing to do with Griff or Mathurin, I kind of see that as feeling like if I was striving to be a manager, right? Like I'm still in an employee role and I want to be the head employee. When you have other folks that'll say, okay, forget being management, I want to be back at the corporate offices and I want to be a CEO. And then you have folks that'll say, well, forget being the CEO, I want to sit on the board.
Yep.
So it's a different level of thinking there.
Yeah, board members get paid money for doing that too. That's why I want to be a board member.
The board members tell the CEOs what to do. Everybody praises the CEO, not realizing that the CEO has to answer to a board. But that's just business. We're not going to go into that.
The whole nother.
But yeah, no, you're right.
Right.
So where you see yourself at 10 years, Mathurin?
Oh man. Well, 10 years, sure. First and foremost, I want to be alive.
There we go.
With all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world right now, we had to make sure we are protecting ourselves and family at all times. But, business-wise, I can see myself still holding my notary commission. But mainly as far as the notary being something that's primary, I am not sure. I'm not sure at this time, because given the fact that I have such a high interest in real estate. I guess the only thing that I can consider as far as the notary, kind of something that's similar to Griff, with the title company, because I'm seeing when I'm working with agent, when I'm working with attorney offices, there's some slack that's happening. And I feel like,
Right.
Maybe there's another service that I can provide.
Right.
Like I'm not saying I want to go to law school, even though I've been told multiple times to get into that. But I'm not seeing myself going to law school at this time. And maybe like a title company, if I had the capital, and of course if me and Griff still gonna be around, we can always partner on something. But I don't see as of right now. I don't see me doing like loan signing appointments on a daily basis 10 years from now. I feel like there's another level that I need to achieve, whether it's to notary, whether it's to real estate, or it might just be a whole different business, because we are always trying to plan for the future to see how things are changing. Or I might just take Griff on what he said the last episode regarding the drone. I might start me a drone business.
Oh yeah.
There's options out there, but I don't. As of right now, I don't see it. Like I don't see it as far as doing loan signing on a day-to-day basis 10 years from now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And at least you're honest. And I think that a lot of people need to really ask that question of themselves, if this commission is something that they can actually see themselves holding on to for, and still have 10 years from now. And you're being completely honest. I feel you on that.
Yeah, because, there's a lot that goes into it. There's, beside the business aspect, personal, your personal life also, because you never know what's going to happen. You might have to move to a different state. Stuff happens. So a lot of folks right now, if you are not thinking about the future as a notary public, I highly, highly recommend that you do. If you cannot plan for 5 years, at least start planning for the next year. Start planning for 2 years, because it's very important when you have something that's written down. So that way you know exactly what you are trying to accomplish and all the step that is required of you for you to get those done.
Yeah, that's great, man, because I've always said, if you're going to be in this business, ask yourself, do you see yourself doing it for the next 3 to 5 years? If you do, then it's not a side hustle. Right. It's just simple. You see yourself doing this for the next 3 to 5 years. Don't call this a side hustle, and learn and figure it out. You got to give yourself time to grow if you're willing to, go through the process. But if they're not willing to go through the process, and then you really want to hope that Mathurin don't move, because if he moves to your area,
forget about it.
That's going to force at least 85% out.
5-star general storming Normandy.
Look. If we already have the mobile setup. Just imagine if I get the Capitol to have a van with a mobile setup. You guys are done.
He's gonna have to get the mystery van.
I'm gonna just pull up on you. Just
Matt, gonna pull out like Mr. T.
I pity the fool who won't let me notarize their document.
Oh yeah.
Who said they don't need ID? I pity the
fool. Exactly. You know what? You gotta set yourself apart from everybody else. Hey, it goes back to one of our previous episodes, friendly competition. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I was when I was getting ready for my appointments this morning, I started thinking about just some crazy ideas that I could do for general notary work. Like, what if I carried like a plastic play school basketball hoop with me, brought it in, and I said, if you can make 5 out of 5 more than I can, the notarization's free.
Oh, that would be nice.
Win a free notarization right on the spot.
Yep. Now you know what? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
now, there's all types of things that you can do with that. Beat me in a game of tic-tac-toe. Play tic-tac-toe to get this free notary zone. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? See, I might just implement that at one of my next appointments. You know,
Hey.
yeah. See, I'm gonna do that and see. Let's see what happens.
I do like. You know what else you could get? You could get scratch off lottery like tickets, but not actual lottery tickets. But you can buy something similar on Amazon, and then you could designate what a winner is, and then give them a ticket and say, "Hey, play to win play to win your free notarization. Here you go."
Yeah, no, you know what? That would be different. That would be different, and that right there will also create an experience that client, would be more willing to call you for the next appointment just because you are providing something that is not it's not the norm. Because like, what other notaries that's going out there trying to implement that?
It's Captivated, baby. That's who.
And you know what's gonna happen, man. Some notary gonna sit there and rig the daggone little lotto ticket they got set up that when the person scratch it says they won, and they be jumping around, I won. Then they look back and it says you didn't win.
Just so if you guys start hearing other people talking about something like this, just know that you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Notaries Unsealed podcast.
Well, you know what? Let me throw this in.
Wait, hold on. 1 second, Griff.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
These ideas are sponsored by Captivated Notary Marketing Solutions. You can follow us at www.captivatednotarymarketingms.com. Please feel free to hit me up. We can talk about all these great ideas and see how we can implement them in your business and connect you to your community.
Yeah, boy.
That's right.
Yeah, it's Captivated, baby.
That's right. Copyright 10/29/2022. But you know what? What you just said there, Mathurin, that's what's going to put a lot of people out of this business in 5 years, is their lack of creativity, because they don't have the creativity and the mindset to come up and adjust. And like we talked about before, being in the moment, being present in the moment, being aware of what the heck's going on around you, they'll miss it because they're so busy trying to find somebody else's stuff to steal. That they don't recognize the opportunities that's laying right there beside them. No,
of course not. Because there's no critical thinking skills nowadays. That's the god. Absolutely. It's happening in the notary business. It's happening in the real estate business. They're just looking for the next person to steal their ideas and, just try to make some quick money. Like, folks don't have, well, not everybody, but from what I've been seeing, there's no integrity in this business. And it's very unfortunate. And we are in no republic. We are appointed by the Secretary of State. You would think the way folks want to run their business, it'll be like in a professional manner at all time. But again, everybody run their business differently. I'm not telling you how to run your business, but at the same time, you gotta do what's right at all time.
Well, they running it like how they deal with themselves as a W-2.
Yep.
I can't. The only way a person who is very, very studious in a W-2 world could come into a business opportunity and run it like a daggone criminal and doing all this crazy stuff is that they don't have any self-confidence within themselves to do it. And they've aligned themselves with these fake gurus that are giving them bad information, so they rather execute that than to learn how to do it correctly. That's where I believe, that's the only way I can think of is somebody who's really good at their W-2 and do things right by the book, and then they turn around and as a notary, do things completely illegal, underhanded, two-faced it. You got to be getting information from the wrong person that's gotten into your heart and in your mind to be executing the business that way.
It's because it's gotten down to just be all about the bag. That's what this business has been turned into. That's what a lot of our businesses have been turned into. It's just the quickest way to get to the bag. I'm sure if you pay attention on Instagram or, I don't have TikTok. The only TikToks I see are the ones that people share on Instagram, which is like the weirdest thing in it. Anyway, or YouTube, everybody's just talking about getting to the bag. Everybody just wants the bag. Nobody wants to build relationships.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody is talking about let's grow into a bigger, let's develop a bigger picture and a bigger dream than this immediate bag. And a lot of times it's enticing to talk about the bag when you ain't got the bag. I think that we put a lot of emphasis on getting to the money because most of us, we're not sitting right where we want to be. All right, let's be honest. We wouldn't be out here driving around and going into random people's houses and whatnot if we were sitting the way that we wanted to.
Yeah, they broke. They broke or darn near broke. And then they're like, okay, let me just get this bag. But see, here's the thing. A lot of them got the bag in their W-2 and they still broke. So what makes you think you're going to get the bag as your as a business owner and not be broke anymore? Because you got the bag as a W-2. If you didn't learn your financial, get financially educated, then guess what? You're going to do the same thing as a business owner. And note what I'm saying, business owner, since everybody want to have multiple streams of income, you're going to end up doing the same exact thing once you get the bag. You're going to blow it. You're not going to keep it. I mean, it's just like they say with the lotto winners. So until you change your heart, mind, and your whole focal point and your understanding of money, you can keep getting bags all the time. And look, once you get the bag, the question is, do you have things coming in constantly replenishing what has been taken out of the bag for your normal expenses in life? And for most people, no, they're just trying to get another bag. Deplete that bag. Don't do anything to set up. And even those multiple streams of income aren't really set up to replenish the current bag you have. They're just other bags. That's it. You got all these little baby bags and they ain't got enough money in them. And your main bag ain't getting any money in it because you don't really know how to do that. So you still broke. I know people are mad at me now.
That's all good because, I mean, it's the truth. If you're going to start building, look to build something that's sustainable. If your eyes are on the bag, you will always be chasing the bag. You'll be a fool in his money. It'd be like tricks, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Stop chasing after tricks. I almost said something there that I probably shouldn't have said. I'm glad it came out the right way. I know Math's mic ain't on. He's busting out laughing right now. Anyway, when you are focused on that, you're consistently gonna be chasing it, and when you're chasing something, you're not within yourself. And you're not making the right decisions all the time because you're so focused on getting something that is a moving goalpost. Instead of stopping and saying, let me build something that's going to be sustainable. If the wind blows, is my building going to fall? Is my building going to fall over?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, which everything that you just said is true. It's like, you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. If you provide great service, great quality service, you're gonna make money. That's one thing. You cannot you cannot provide great service and not be rewarded for it. But everybody get caught up on chasing the bag, and they are forgetting how to provide that customer service experience, because the same way you want to be treated if you was paying someone to come to your house to provide some services, whether it's notary, whether it's cleaning, any type of service that you are paying for. You want to have an experience, and you want to make sure that at the end of the day, if you need that person again, that you can call them and they'll be there, they'll be reliable and professional the next time around. So stop worrying about getting the money. The money will come. Put in the work.
Not only just professional, be likable. People like doing business with people that they like.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight up, especially with this notary business, if you want something that's going to be sustainable, you have to have people in your community that like you. They're going to be the ones that suggest you to their friends. Yep. They're going to be the ones that say, hey, I've got a Democratic or a Republic or a local government election coming up, and our electors need to have their I forget what they're called, their forms to be on the ballot. They need to have those notarized. So we're going to throw you a notary party to come hang out with us, so that way we can get this done and make a lot of money. If you're not a likable person and you don't present yourself as somebody that is of the people, of the community, there to help, there to serve, it's going to be really hard to have a sustainable business when it comes to being a notary.
Absolutely.
Now, for taxi cab, now that Uber's out there, well, I guess they had to change the way that they were. But when there's only taxis, man, they was rude. They were very, very rude.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And it's like you had to use them. There was nobody else that you could call at the time.
Well, some people are going to call Tyrone.
Yeah, Now you got somebody. Hey, what two? There's towelettes in the back, and there's fresh water. You can dock your phone and listen to whatever music you'd like to.
No, there's some of them that's probably giving out foot massages. You want a foot massage in the Uber?
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all this, and I've said this before. Have y'all noticed how the majority of people who really push the notary business and brag about it and talk about it, they really talk, they spend more time telling notaries what they shouldn't do than what we should do. They spend a lot of times, and even if they don't say it directly like you shouldn't, they keep talking about what they're not going to do and how important their life is and their time and their this and their that. And I'm like, y'all don't have nowhere near that same energy for that job you're on, that you got to drive 45 minutes in traffic.
Yep.
Right.
And you don't have that same energy when the boss sits you down at the end of the year and says, we're only going to give you a 0.5% raise.
Right.
and you've done everything. And then the person who hasn't hardly done anything is making all the money. They're getting raises and stuff. And you're like, wait a minute. They didn't do nothing. They didn't meet none of their benchmarks.
Nope.
That's the beauty about having your own business. You can set your own benchmarks and you can go out there and make your own money. But the problem is people have turned this business into a W-2 comparison business. And what I mean by that is everybody's trying to compare how much they're getting paid like you do at a W-2.
Right.
Yeah.
They're trying to replace that W-2 money.
Right. And they're trying to act like what they're doing as a business is a W-2. So everybody wants to know what everybody else is getting paid, just like in a W-2. Business owners don't care.
But Griff, here's the thing. The current state of the way that things are right now, it's set up to be that way. And that, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to talk my talk. It's the signing services problem. It's their fault. That they are the reason why people are really coming to be this way, because now they've got people in this W-2 mentality. Like, I have to wait for somebody to give me work. That puts you in a W-2 mentality. And now that people are relying on these signing services for work.
Yep. And
you're an employee.
Yeah.
You're an employee with an EIN.
Yep.
That's let's call it what it is. Forget it. I don't care if they stop listening. That's what you are.
Absolutely. Jeez.
You know, it's extremely frustrating that you don't have the. Why aren't we talking about? Okay, we have a great opportunity here. Notaries have been around forever. There's people that are doing some great things in this business right now. There are people that are really busy. There's some great notaries out here, right? But why aren't we talking about let's all continue to be great notaries so that way we can change some things? And that's the other thing. Nobody's really trying to change the way that things are. Everybody's complaining. Everybody wants to cry and complain and talk bad about how the signing companies are, but nobody's really trying to change anything.
Well, that's the easiest thing to do.
We aren't lobbying together, right? We're not trying to change the game. We're not going to these conferences that the title companies and everybody else, these banking conferences with representation as the notaries as a part of their processes to discuss the way that our role is and try to change things within this entire machine. We're not doing that.
No, we're not. No, we're there. We're there. In some cases, most people are there begging for work. You know, they're begging for work, you know, and like I've always said, the notaries are the most important, but the least powerful. Yeah. And the people who got the power are the people who puts out the money, and that's the lenders.
Right.
And in my opinion, man, I believe honestly, if the lenders understood what the role of the notary is, because a lot of them, they have no idea. But if they truly understood what we do and what we can bring to the table, Man, I believe they could be like, you know what? Let's make sure, let's empower the notary, because the notary really needs to be able to do their stuff right. Because if they understood how many times we've been asked to do things illegal, and you look at who's the person asking us to do stuff illegal, 98% of the time it's either the title or the signing company.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Here's what I don't understand. And this is not to talk bad about nobody. Okay, I'm not going to talk bad about anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I am coming up on 1 year in this game. If I figured this stuff back out in March, what have y'all been doing for the past 50 years? I'm just curious. That's just a question. So with that, I'm gonna say within the next 10 years, right? We'll bring it back because I didn't get a chance, and then we'll cut the break. Do I see myself as a notary in 10 years? I do believe that I will have my commission. I will still be involved in this community to some degree. Captivated ain't going nowhere, so y'all get used to me saying it. It's Captivated, baby. I'm going to continue to build this thing up, okay? And just like we were saying that people don't want to put their foot forward, they don't have that creativity, don't feel bad if you don't have the creativity. It's okay. Not everybody is a creative person. Not everybody can think outside of the box. That's why people like me have the gifts that they do.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we always say, just stay focused on your strength. Realize what your strengths are, your weakness. Just delegate those. Reach out to Q. Reach out to Griff. Don't reach out to me about marketing. I don't do that. But find someone who's good at something that you're not. We can really make changes, but at the same, can't save everybody. Unfortunately, you have to get that very few with the same mindset, kind of like what we talked about earlier. You cannot save everyone, but the select few that actually want to make a difference, those are the ones that that should be reaching out to one another and to make stuff happen.
No, I agree with you. So yeah, I will still have my commission. I will still be involved. I'm not going anywhere. However, I will not be doing any real estate closings that are coming from anybody else within 10 years. If I am still doing that in 10 years, there's a problem. And that's nothing against anybody else. For me personally, if I'm still doing that, then I have messed up somewhere along the line.
Well, Q might still be doing it to a certain extent if I started buying up places in his area.
I mean, we said in 10 years. In 10 years, if you're buying in this area, guess who else will be buying in this area as well? Right?
Yeah, sure. Hopefully you and who else? Griff?
I ain't like what you said earlier. You was like, well, Griff with that title card, all of a sudden I get cut out the equation? Hold on. Where we at?
Nah. We got you, man.
Sheesh. Friends.
Yeah, we got you, man. Look, man, we always need a good file clerk.
A good file clerk.
Yeah, man. Look, man, you make a full $7.50 an hour. I'll give you 19 hours a week. Keep you on. Make sure I ain't got to pay no benefits to your behind.
Oh man.
So I want everybody to know the reason why I'm being quiet is to make sure that I don't have anything to edit with a whole bunch of beeps. So at times it's better to just let people talk, hear what they have to say. I'm just
saying, man. Look,
Well, we got you, Q.
Yeah, man. Good. I'll feed. Look, man, good, and then I'll throw you a bonus of funnel cakes at the end of every 2 weeks. Because Q like funnel cakes, so I'll hit you up with some funnel cakes, man. I'll be like, look, man, here's your $750 for the last 2 weeks.
And I'm
sorry, $550. I forgot the taxes. $550, and here's a handful of funnel cakes, man. Go have yourself some fun.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And I'm still go out and buy some Jordans. I don't even wear Jordans no more. That was a complete joke. I don't wear Jordans. But I know some people that still do and would do that too. You know, that's something that plagues the community. Not making enough, but you still out here trying to stunt for people that don't care about. Anyway, yo, we really got to have like a real conversation.
About
That's
what?
to come. Not tonight. All right, guys.
About
We
all
are.
this.
No, you know what, Griff? You got to have another one of those men's, a men's Zoom session again. And I think that there's a lot more of us that are out there now since the last one. I think we should have some men's talk, not just notary talk, but some man talk, because it's not happening in our communities. And if we have a niche that provides us an avenue to reach out to some more men,
right?
We should use it. So I think that we should do that.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. I know football season, that gets hard because all the fellas want to look at the games and stuff. So, that
watching the story behind Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles and the expatriates and all that crap.
Wait a second, hold on. You can't say the sorry Eagles. We're still undefeated.
Look, I said it. All right, you guys. It's rigged. Okay. It's rigged. The game's rigged. They've been letting you guys win, so I'm sorry.
Yep, absolutely right. That's perfectly fine. You know what? You guys can talk all you want to, just like they talk about the Phils. And guess what the Phils did last night? They made history and came back from a 5-0 deficit in the first game of the World Series. Never been done. They won Game 1 in Houston. Let's go, Philly.
It's Captivated.
Right, it's Captivated, baby. On that note, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back.
It's Captivated, baby.
Yep, that's the name that we go by when we let the post fly.
It's Captivated, baby.
We got hoodies and tees for all your notary needs. Know what I'm talking about.
It's Captivated, baby.
Nobody does it like me, so it's best to believe when you see it.
It's Captivated, baby.
Yeah, we do this. We got the newness. Just don't forget.
It's Captivated, baby.
Q, the Notary Supremo, T-shirt ad sounding just like a demo. Podcast on blast, shout out to our demo. Graph how I laugh with my foot on this pedal. Somehow I lost my mind. Have you seen all these designs? And I sell them things cheap, $24.99. What's your name? What's your size? Forget it, never mind. The Captivated store, or to pay another time. A notary that rhymes, yes, that's him, lady. Commission with these writtens, I've been spitting crazy. Witness all the ways we give it, all we say that we do. It's true.
It's
Guess
Captivated, baby.
www.captivatednotarystore.com.
It's Captivated, baby.
Witness all the ways we give it, all we say that we do. It's true.
It's Captivated, baby.
The Notary Success System is the notary industry leading face-to-face loan closing training on the market. You are actually conducting a mock loan closing with a full set of loan closing documents. At the end of the training, you will have the confidence to conduct any loan closing you are assigned. Go to notarysuccesssystem.com and choose your date and time. Peace.
Welcome back, guys. I hope we weren't gone that long. Again, why do I do this every single week? You guys were only gone for a minute. We were gone for like 15. And in those 15 minutes, again, off the top of the dome, another topic came up to end this podcast with. So the guys don't know what it is. Only I know what it is. And Mathurin, you're going to go first on this.
Damn.
All right. So here it is. What do you spend money on that you probably shouldn't?
Well, damn.
Yeah.
That much, huh? That's a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah. That is like, let me unclick my Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Page right now.
It's crazy. I feel like the other day I was checking on, I think I was talking to Griffin. I was looking for something like on Amazon that I ordered previously. And there was a couple years where, I had, the past couple years, there was some time where I had over 100 orders on Amazon. And
wow. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And then I would say probably, just stuff that I get on Amazon. I know I do tend to buy a lot of books. maybe, try to be more selective with the books that I'm buying instead of just buying the books and just have them here.
I'm guilty of that too. But you know what? There's good reason for that though, because books and stuff are disappearing. I don't know if people are aware of that, but they're removing books from us being able to attain
there's
them.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of books that I used to be able to find online that I'm not able to anymore. So I would say probably spend less money on Amazon, and I think that's probably it. That's one thing that if I can think of.
So books on Amazon is your answer. That's your final answer. Should we ask the wife? Can we get the wife on?
Well, she'll probably say guns, but
okay. The conversation's getting thicker, guys.
But yeah, so I'm not. I try not to do a lot of spending, but when I start going on Amazon, or if I start going to those bookstores, looking for certain books, that's where I mainly spend stuff on. And that's about it, man. Like, nothing too crazy.
All right. That's not bad. I share that struggle with certain things as well. I definitely understand the books. I'm a firm believer in having a library. I mean, all of the books that I've had, I've read a good portion of, or to some extent, I bought a book for a specific thing. So I got what I needed out of the book. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Amazon's dangerous when it comes to books, man. Especially if you're somebody that reads and you're somebody that likes to dig for information. Being able to have a copy of a book is something that can never be erased from the internet. Saving things on flash drives and on hard drives, even that's at risk. Because there are hackers that can come in and wipe out your whole stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. No, you're right.
Griff, what about you, man?
Me, goodness. Gadgets, man. I mean, I'm always finding some little gadget to buy. And matter of fact, I got like 4 or 5 things I got to return. I'll buy the stuff and it's like, nah, I don't need it. No, it ain't like what I want. So that's the beauty about having the invoice account on Amazon. I can buy whatever I want, got 30 days to pay it off. And so I'll be using that sucker left and right. And then I'll just send it back if I don't really, really need it. But a lot of times I'm just spending my money on, I'll spend my money on little gadgets and stuff.
So let me ask you something. Yeah. The last gadget that we heard about was the food dehydrator.
Well, after that came the Vitamix.
Oh, wait. Okay. You did mention the Vitamix.
Yeah,
you mentioned that on YouTube.
Nice.
I think you mentioned that on YouTube. You got the Vita Vitamin from I Love Lucy.
Yeah. Look, man. Oh, and you remember we did the episode and I was talking about like muscadine grapes.
Yeah.
Well, this morning I made a smoothie with the apples, pineapples, what the heck? And then the muscadine grapes. And man, I put a little ice on that. Man, those muscadine grapes, especially the purple ones, man, it made them things sweet. It made them really sweet. I mean, that was a good smoothie. I still got some left I'm gonna drink in the morning, but man, it just did. I mean, it just tasted so much better when I put them grapes in there, man. And with the seeds and everything, I put everything in there, seeds and all. So I'm eating the seeds, skin, everything. I ain't peeling and coring nothing. Only thing I'll put in there is the stem, but I'm putting everything else in there. And man, that bad boy was nice. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, my next gadget.
Already played it. What is it, Griff?
Man, look, I want that knife.
Go ahead and get it.
Knife.
Go ahead and get the knife, Griff.
I want that. Well, see, now I done learned something about knives.
What's that?
I didn't realize that the knives that you see when they have the little designs on the side of them, and those little cavity gaps and stuff, that's designed to keep food from sticking to the knife. So if you ever pay attention to a regular straight knife that has no design or no grooves on the side, all your food tends to stick to it when you be slicing.
Right.
And I hate that. And then I was looking at some documentary on knives, and they were saying how that's the reason why they put those designs on the side of the knife. And I was like, oh, now I gotta find me a knife that got a design on it so I can test it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there it is.
So I've been looking them through, man. I'm like, okay, and I haven't bought the knife yet, but I am about to buy me some knives. I'm about to buy me.
I said, hold on, okay, so you got some knives coming?
Not yet, but I'm looking at some.
They're coming. Mathurin, what are you looking at to purchase right now?
Oh man, right now I want another gun. That's what I want.
Okay, Mathurin wants another gun. I'm looking at a DSLR camera right now. That's what I'm looking for.
Gotcha.
But another gun's always on the table. That's never off the table unless you're in Canada. Haha. You guys fell for it. Sorry.
Oh,
no more handguns for you. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a cold world up there.
I feel bad for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, matter of fact, I had a client, man. I did a closing for them, and I'm here in Virginia Beach. They were driving from Virginia Beach all the way to Alaska.
Ooh.
And this is a former military guy, and he said, man, we got all kind of guns, and we had to pay to ship the guns to Alaska because we can't take them through Canada.
That is insane.
Yeah, they was doing drive a U-Haul, and he said, we don't want our guns confiscated, so we're shipping them to Alaska. And he said, we need the guns there because where we're going to be living at, they got bears.
You know what? That you bring up a really good thing, because I know people carrying guns and whatnot, it has been a topic here in the notary world. Not only do you need to know your state laws, if you plan on traveling with your defensive tool, know the state laws of the state that you are going to. Even if you're driving through the state, let's say I was to drive through New York. Guess what? If I get pulled over with my gun in my car in New York, it is a wrap for me.
Yep. You're done. You're
done. Like, even here, like, I'm close to the Delaware border. And a lot of times we have to, there's certain things that you go into Delaware for just because we're so close. I can't legally travel within Delaware with my pistol. No. The Pennsylvania carry license does not transfer over into the state of Delaware.
Yeah, no, same here. So now I'm just thinking I'm just thinking right now. So for those folks in Canada, and they can't have no handgun, you think there will be a new model where you have to use your like a foot gun?
well, but here's the thing that people don't really realize is that guns aren't the problem. People that have anger issues or have a beef to settle or want to do crime, they're going to do crime anyway. And for those countries that have banned guns, look at Australia. Look at their knife crime. Japan. Look at the amount of knife crime. A knife is more dangerous than a gun. I'd be more scared of a person that knows how to work a knife than somebody pointing a gun. A gun can only shoot in one direction.
Yep, but that knife will cause some damage, man.
Yeah, and they forget about it. See, I can't remember exactly what year, but there was a story where there was some kind of shooting. I won't say a mass shooting. There was some kind of shooting here in the United States. But right after that, there was this Japanese guy that locked himself in an elementary school and killed a couple of kids with a knife. So, so they was trying, they tried to sort of skirt over it, but it was like, I mean, if somebody want to do something, they're going to figure a way to do something, Here's a warning. Here's a warning to everybody. If you ever find yourself in a situation and a knife is out, and then the knife comes out, and that knife is being held properly, which is the blade down, because they're ready to attack, they know how to use a knife. Get out of their way. Run. They know how to use the knife. If the blade is up and they coming at you like they in a Michael Jackson Beat It video or something like that, that's for the movies. That's not how knives operate. All right, if they bring that knife out and they got that blade down and they ready to go,
that person knows how to use the knife, run.
Yep, you're right. Absolutely right about that, man. Yeah, pay attention, guys. Pay attention at all times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I spend money on that I probably shouldn't be spending money on is, well, it's not like you guys' stuff. So I spend money on like tools for Captivated, right? So
Yeah.
I will try out all these different services out there, and I'm a sucker too, because I'll find a new tool, a new toy that offers new graphics and new capabilities and whatnot, and then they'll hit you with the limited time offer. And I'm such a fool for that, because I'll be like, oh, it usually costs $179.99, but if I sign up today, I can get it for lifetime for $34.99. I think that's how HitFilm got me.
Yeah.
But HitFilm is actually a really good tool. And if you are thinking about doing any type of medium to professional level video editing, I highly recommend it. There are some other good ones out there. DaVinci, Adobe Premiere. There are some other good video editing tools out there. HitFilm will make it a little bit easier. It's got a little bit easier of a learning curve for novices that are starting to move into, that professional level of working. I have a bunch of different tools, so I have to spend time with all of them. They're like my little kids. Right, I have to give each one attention, so that way as people reach out to me for Captivated, I have more things to offer them. So I'm just always looking for a new tool to just try out and test out, and I'll just start paying for stuff and just say, hey, maybe I can use this now. And then sometimes I just forget to cancel. Like sometimes I'll do an annual. I try to look for lifetime, but sometimes you go monthly, and I'll use it a couple times, and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is great. I'll use this next month. And a month will go by and I don't use it, and I'm so guilty of that. And I don't have a wife to nag me about it, so I nag myself about it. But that's just not working. It's not working. I keep doing it.
I got you. No, you're right.
Hey, I got to be captivated. It can't be it's captivated, baby, if I'm not captivating.
Absolutely. That's what makes them different.
Yeah.
Constantly searching for new ways to help notaries out and give them that extra leverage over those notaries that don't want to market themselves.
I don't understand. I mean, yeah, you got to find the proper way to market yourself. Man, I mean, even though I'm not the best marketer, but I find a way to market myself. Matter of fact, I mean, again, how you present yourself is an excellent way to market yourself. Look, the other day I had a signing that came up, and it was a small one. It was really, really, really small. And I went out to, I called to confirm the appointment. So I called, and the dude, just off the phone conversation with me, confirming for his mother, he was like, hey, I need your information. Send me a picture of your business card, because I do other real estate things, and I'm gonna be in need of a notary.
Yeah.
Now, that was not my intent. I was not calling him to hook up or to get any kind of business connection. I called to confirm the appointment with his mother. Didn't know that was his mother. And before he hung up, he was like, I need your business card. I sent it to him. Good connection there. Did the closing with his mom. Everything was fine. Wonderful lady, all of that good stuff. But it starts with just how you carry yourself. And he wouldn't have felt comfortable or felt that he believed that I had the ability to do things right if I didn't carry myself properly when I was on that phone. And I don't know what I could have said to make him say, I can trust this guy. But he did.
It's a certain confidence that comes in the voice when you are confident in what you're bringing to the table. There's no rush. There's no hokey dokey. I'm gonna hide my prices, or I'm coming off shady or nothing like that. Like when you just got it to the fact, I'm
gonna hide myself. All these notaries out here. I'm a notary. Well, what you look like? No, I don't want you to see me now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
The bag wearing notary, running around with a bag over their head, notarizing documents, and it ain't even nowhere near Halloween stuff. But they got bags over their head and all that kind of stuff. I don't want you to see me. Just slide it under the door and I'll slide it back.
Oh my God.
Can I have another hot take? This is going to be a preview from the YouTube channel because this is actually something I'm going to be discussing on there. Planning out shows, guys. Yeah, it's happening. YouTube is coming.
It's Captivated.
I'm so excited for this. Anyway, most of your notary marketing sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna be straight up 100% up and down, straightforward with you. Your marketing sucks. You want to know why your marketing sucks? Because it's not you. That's why your marketing sucks. You are copying somebody else, or you have bought a template that has absolutely nothing to do with you, except you like the person that you bought it from, so you bought it. But you can't live up to that template because it's not you.
Yep.
No, you're right. You're right. And I've said that many times. You're out here doing stuff because other people told you to, and that's not you. That's not because your heart will never be in it.
Your heart's not in it. You don't have the same feeling about it because guess what? You weren't a part of the process of creating it. You just bought somebody else's creation. Now, another little shameless plug for Captivated. I don't care if you get upset about it. Captivated, you come and work with me and we do it together. You're a part of the process. It is you. I will talk to you for 3 hours. Ask about me. I'll talk to you for 3 hours to get that essence of you and give you something that you love, something that you can stand behind and be proud to go out there and put out to your community and love your business for it. You're not getting that from other people. You're buying stuff from other people that they created without you in mind.
Yep.
And guess what? You don't have that same oomph, that same emphasis, that same finesse for life to go out there and market your business because it's not you. Your marketing sucks.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't wait till you do that. Till you put out that YouTube video. That definitely should be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more in depth with some examples and whatnot.
All right.
That's it. I'm done, fellas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if we lose listeners over this. You know, when they start throwing rocks at me, don't worry about it. I could take it. I'll take the shit out on this one. But I'm being 100% honest. Your marketing sucks.
Well, the listeners want us to be honest, so you cannot shoot the messenger. Like we can be like everybody else out here telling you what you want to hear, but that's not what we are going to do because we actually care about your success. So we are going to tell you what works and what may not work for you, and we're just going to be honest. So if you don't like us for being honest, then no, there's something wrong with that.
Well, that's what the YouTube channel is about, is helping folks start that creative process for themselves. You know, and I can show them how to do, and I will be showing them how to do things within free programs so they can stop spending all this money on crap that they don't need.
Nope. Not at all. And if you guys do have extra money, you can send it my way. You know, fund my book supply. You know, let me get those extra funds off for you guys. And also, guys, don't forget, if you're listening to this podcast, make sure you are sharing this podcast. Make sure you're liking it, sharing it, tag us in it. You know, we really appreciate your support.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think we continue to put it out there. We really do appreciate you guys. Thank you. We love the responses that we get, good or bad. I don't think we've gotten that many bad responses.
No, not at all.
No, but we really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, send me cookies, white chocolate macadamia nut, or snickerdoodles. One of those two will do.
Wait, there's more. Hold on. And if you're driving around your neighborhood, you see that beat up house, you don't know what to do with it, get the address and send it to me, and I will pay you a referral fee when we close on it.
Wait, are we doing houses in the hood too?
We doing houses everywhere. Distressed property, vacant houses, fire damage houses, your ex-spouse houses. It doesn't matter. Just send me the address and I'll work it.
Well, just because I love y'all, I'm going to say bump Mathurin. Don't send him nothing. Send him absolutely nothing when it comes to that, and go out there and do it for yourself.
You know what? You can always partner with me and I can show you how to do it.
Hey, there you that's it. You can partner up, teach them. Now you would be a business consultant, right, Mathurin? You would come in,
man.
would you come in as a business consultant or a mentor? Which one is it? Which one is it, Mathurin?
Yo, Griff, you see what? Oh man, Griff. You know what? This is it. I'm all set. Q's about to get hurt, guys.
Well, off the chain.
Q's about to get hurt.
You know what? I can't wait. The Eagles about to play tomorrow. We're recording on Saturday, by the way. We're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow. We were on a bye week last week, so I'm just excited that I'm like, hold on, it's almost midnight now, that I'm 13 hours away from watching Eagles football. I can't wait. Let's go, Philly.
I hope they lose.
Thank you.
With that being said,
we appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, you guys got anything? Any last words?
Nah, I think we're good. We just hope you
I'm
guys.
good, man.
Yeah, hope
I'm
you guys
good.
All right, well, guys, on that note, we appreciate you. Don't forget to check out the Notary Success System. Don't forget to check out www.captivatednotarystore.com and www.captivatednotaryms.com for all of your captivating notary marketing needs. And on that, I bid you guys adieu. Love your life, love your business, and love yourself.
This my everyday life. Yeah. We know the reason unsealed.
Go ahead on, man.
You take it all day. We try and get out of here. Come on, man.
Here we go. Took the game over. We home now. We soldiers. Griff, Mathurin and Q, the podcast. You can't hold us. Y'all heard the word. Griff, Mathurin and Q. Yeah, we on the verse. So diverse with no rehearse. That's how we work. Authentic when we give it. If we said it, then we meant it. Not to be confused with other people's views. They get it how they get it, and we get it how we do. Look, homie, this a whole different game. We got a whole different aim. We in a whole different lane. Yeah. We know the reason unsealed. This my everyday life. We know the reason unsealed. Every day I hustle out here living it right. We know the reason unsealed. Put the stamp down and step in front of the mic. Took the game over. We home now. We soldiers. Griff, Mathurin and Q, the podcast. You can't hold us. We know the reason unsealed. Every day I hustle out here living it right. We know the reason unsealed. This my everyday life.